Hey, this is Sky. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I want to talk about being self-sufficient. It's good to be able to take care of yourself and handle your own business. And I know that just sounds like the most basic statement. But I tell you, I know so many guys out there that can't support themselves. They can't take care of themselves. I know lots of men who literally are overgrown babies, like the Homer Simpson character or many other characters that you may have seen in popular TV shows where the man is literally useless. Sure, he can get out of bed and go to work each day and do his 9 to 5. But other than that, he's an overgrown child. The wife takes care of 2 kids, Bart Simpson and Homer Simpson, whatever. And there's lots of shows like this. And there's lots and lots of people like this. I know people all over town that are exactly like this. Good friends of mine, people that I was really surprised when you go to their house and you realize what their home life is like, and you realize, wow, this motherfucker is like an overgrown kid. That he may have a 16-year-old son, but the wife takes care of them both, like they're both kids. I feel like that's a real flaw. I can't stand that shit. I can't stand being around people who can't take care of themselves. It's annoying. It really is. I know people that can't do simple tasks. They can't pay their bills. They can't have a simple organization in their lives of how to live their lives. They can't go to the grocery store and buy food. You give most of these guys $50, go to the grocery store and get some groceries. They'll come back with bags of donuts and beer and Wonder Bread and American cheese and bullshit. You're like, what the fuck? Packs of hot dogs instead of packs of chicken. You're like, what the fuck, dude? You kind of idiot. Who eats like this? A 7-year-old? Bags of M&Ms and stuff. All this impulse shit. People just can't do the most basic stuff. Now, some people can, obviously. I can. But I wanted to make a video today picking on some of these motherfuckers that are out there that are just overgrown babies that aren't self-sufficient. It's a real flaw. It's a real problem. It is definitely holding you back. It's a major barrier to personal growth and development. Survival is the most basic element of being a human. We have to be able to survive. You have to learn survival. It's what you're here to do. It's what you're here to teach. I don't get how a motherfucker can call himself a man and he can't take care of himself on his own. Has a wife. He went from his mother to his wife, and she takes care of him. And he thinks he's a man, raising his son. That's my son, and I'm going to teach my son. You're an older brother. You're not the father. You're the older brother. You ain't going to teach shit. What kind of role model are you? What kind of kid do you think you'll end up with? If you're taken care of by your wife and you admit it, oh, I'd be nothing without her. How many times have you said that? How many times have you heard that? Oh my God. Sure, it's affectionate, it's cute, it's a cute little statement. Just to say that how much I need you. Great, it's great to need people. But don't need them to survive. Don't be a little bitch on the ground, not being able to help yourself without your woman. It's an image that exists. I was homeless many years ago. I was homeless for a couple years out in California. It's a fucked up experience. Being homeless now is a little different. But back then, there were only 2 reasons why motherfuckers went homeless. 2, that's it. You were either on drugs and some kind of wasteoid, drug addict, heroin addict, junkie, whatever, alcoholic even, lots of alcoholics. And that's what sent them over the edge, ruined their lives. Or the second one, which was even bigger, was guys who got dumped for their wives. That's it. You see fucking bums everywhere. All through LA, San Francisco, I was a bum all through California. See bums everywhere. And 50% of them are just dudes, these losers who got dumped. And that's what they did. They're like, oh, well, she dumped me. And they walk out of the house and go into the streets and live in the bushes because that's all they know how to do. And you call yourself a man. I don't get it. Technically, I personally believe, technically speaking, that every man should be able to hunt and kill. You should be able to make a shelter. You should be able to build a fire. This is stuff that's been going on for thousands of years. You can't do this. You're losing a part of evolution. Now, maybe that's a tall order. You're a city slicker. I grew up in the city my whole life. I'm no country boy. I can still do all those things. You can stick me in the woods with a fucking pocket knife. I'm not Rambo, and I'm not claiming to be. You can stick me in the woods with a pocket knife and I can survive. I learned how to do it. I think everybody should learn at a young age. And if you are a father and you have a son, go camping. Teach that motherfucker how to make a trap. Teach that motherfucker how to do these things. But also, teach him how to show up for work. Teach him how to go grocery shopping and do laundry. Sure, maybe you have a relationship with your wife where you're working 16 hours a day and she stays at home and takes care of the kid. Great, whatever. You do things to make your lives easier and you're a team. But any good manager, any good leader, any good boss should be able to do every job in that building. I own a motorcycle shop right now. I've owned it for the last, 18 years? Jeez, it's a long time, 19 years. I've owned other businesses, many other businesses. For every single business I've ever owned, I've had landscape companies, promotional companies, retail stores. I've owned a lot of businesses. Every business I've ever owned, I can do every single job in the building, every single job necessary. I can clean the bathroom and clean it right, and I can go and make the biggest $1 million deals and do those right also. I can pay all the bills, and I can sweep the floors. I can do every job in the building. I can do the technical stuff. I can do the computer stuff. I don't want to do it all, and you delegate work to make your life easier, to find people who are good at things. This is what a good leader does, is find experts that can handle various tasks to make your life easier and better so you can focus on stuff that you want to or that you're good at, because it's all about doing what you're good at. A machine, not every part, not every gear can do everything. That gear just does that one thing, but it does it fucking great. That's, a good way to be. But we're not machines, we're humans, and you need to be able to be more well-rounded. I've talked about this in other videos. Having self-confidence and having self-worth is all important, having self-respect. And some of the ways that you gain all this is through the most basic elements of being a person. Only reason why I made this video is because I just kind of got annoyed. I got triggered by one of my buddies yesterday who is a habitual offender when it comes to asking for help. I love helping my friends. And if dude's watching, you can call me anytime, all the time. I'll try to be there for you, but let it be known that it gets old when the same motherfucker is always down, just about drowning in that water and is screaming, help, throw me a rope. It's you again? I just saved you yesterday and now you're down in there again? Dude, why do you keep jumping in the water? The fuck's wrong with you? You know you're not a good swimmer. Well, you stay in the shallow end next time. I gotta come and save you every day. This is getting old. Can you learn to wear a life vest? Is there something we can do in your life to help you learn to swim better? So, learn to swim. I tell you, in the motorcycle world, I'm where's the tattoo? I'm a hooligan. In the club scene, the 1% world, they say that the man makes the patch. The patch doesn't make the man. Now the patch is your club colors, your rocker. This is what you fight and die for. It's what you live for. It's your goal when you're prospecting is to get that rocker, to get that patch. You want to be part of it, part of the team. But being part of the team doesn't mean using it. Just like being in a relationship with your wife or your girlfriend or with anyone, it doesn't mean you're using her for survival. If you're using the club for survival, then you're using it for the wrong reasons. That patch on your back isn't what makes you tough. You should be able to take it off and still be a fucking shot caller. Still be able to gain respect. Still be able to walk into a room and people are like, oh, check that guy out. It's not the patch they're looking at. It's you. You are what makes the patch. You are what makes the club. The club has a reputation because it's a collection of individuals that are all a bunch of badass, hardcore motherfuckers that can handle their business. when you get a guy in a club that is a weak motherfucker that's always coming asking for help, always begging, oh man, there were some dudes at the bar the other night and we need to go handle them. The first thing we're going to ask is, well, why didn't you handle them? You're coming to us to ask us to put our lives and our safety and to put everything on hold so we can go to war for you. But what are you doing for yourself? How are we supposed to help somebody that refuses to help themselves? Always learn to help yourself. Go above and beyond. And don't just help yourself, but help others. And don't expect that help. Like, again, the reason why I make this video is because I know guys that they can't get by without anyone helping them. It's fine if you're 13. It's not fine when you're 33. I'm 49, and I know guys my age that are literally useless if their girl dumped them tomorrow. This morning, it's early in the morning right now. The sun's not even up. If the girl wakes up this morning and says, you know what, get the fuck out of here, you stinky fucking lazy, out of shape, fucking stupid motherfucking leech. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of my house. These motherfuckers won't even have a car to go drive home in. They won't have a place to go to. They won't have any money in the bank to fucking survive. They won't even know if they did have any of those things. There's basic, learn how to survive. If you weren't taught as a kid, I didn't have a father. My mother was working all the time. I was raised in the streets by criminals. The lessons I learned were awful lessons. I grew up in a bizarro world and had to relearn everything. I'm 49 years old. I'm still learning to this day how to be a man. I should have already known, right? But I know how to survive. You can drop me down in any of in the woods with a pocket knife, and I'll survive. Can you do that? Can you swim? In violent, rough waters. Can you save others even when you're out of breath? Do you have it in you to really be more than just average? These are just questions. So if there's anything I can leave you with is learn to swim. Learn to swim strong and learn to swim on your own. That doesn't mean you're always going to have to do it alone. It's good to be part of teams. There's more power in groups than there is being alone. And pack animals know this. But we're not just pack animals. We're not sheep. We're lions. Lions are part of prides, but a lion can handle his own business on his own. So be a lion. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.